Well, hello there. My name's Jennifer. Welcome to my kitchen and the second video ever on my YouTube channel. And this channel is about, I kind of think of it like a gym buddy. Like that's what I want the vibe of my channel to be, where we come together like friends and we hang out and we share and go along life's journey together. And I thought that it would be a unique idea to share my experience of starting a YouTube channel with absolutely zero experience as far as filming myself and then, uploading it to the human population in general. And what I'm doing to take baby steps, because they're baby steps, in actually launching a YouTube channel and then gaining confidence and hopefully some skill along the way. And maybe it'll be an encouragement to you. There's a lot of beautifully curated videos and wonderfully intelligent, gifted people and skilled people who have very successful channels, and they have a lot of amazing ideas on starting a YouTube channel. But I thought, I'll share it kind of in the raw of what it's like starting. So my part one video, the theme of it was to hit record. In all of my research in how to start a YouTube channel and how do you do it, and the universal thought was to just hit record, that there's so many people that feel a calling to have a YouTube channel and a desire, but they actually never hit record for a lot of reasons. And so was the part one encouragement, was just to hit record. And that's what I did, was I hit record. And I'm laying aside perfection. And also one of the things I think for this particular video, and maybe one day, I'll have an actual proper introduction, but see, we're not even worrying about perfection right now. And that's the biggest thing. If you're on your journey to starting a YouTube channel, of course you'll have kind of an idea about what you want it to be like, but it doesn't have to be perfect right now. Especially if you're like me with zero experience, and that's what this is about. You have no experience. You've never done this before. You don't really know quite how to do it. And it's funny because I think I watch so many YouTube videos. How do I not have a whole plan memorized? But it's so different being on this side of the camera. And how do you get over that? Laying aside perfection, hitting record. And then one thing that I wanted to share with this particular video would be practice. And that's what I started doing. So before I uploaded my very first video, well, the one that's published, I actually did upload one before, but I didn't like it. I felt like I was too far away. But I did a lot of practicing. Being somebody who was always used to being on the other side of the camera, I had to get used to filming myself, and it's so interesting. It's a unique experience. But one thing that I did was I just started practicing. So I would wait until everybody was out of my home, and I've got right now this is on a tripod. It's my Android phone, and I would set it up, and I would just practice, show myself doing different things, setting up recording. But what was really interesting was I experienced, and you may experience this, and it might derail you, but just push through. And that is, you might experience a little stage fright. And I remember, it's funny because many, many, many moons ago, before I became a full-time homemaker, I was an air traffic controller. And it was a long time ago. And I went through the schooling process, and they probably do it. It's probably all computerized now. But back then in the day, when the students would have to practice like they were up in a control tower, speaking to pilots in aircraft, so the students would be in this mock control tower, and then the instructors would be the airplanes. And it was this huge table that was an airport. And, you would have to get up there. And of course, back then, headsets and give just the basic commands, but actually click the mic and speak out to the instructors, of course, which was always intimidating. And it was inevitable with all of the students, as we would get up in there, you'd be prepared all in your head, okay, because, you'd have to say the aircraft call sign, you'd have to give the wind direction and speed, and then you give the command to take off. And it was very, very simple. Aircraft name, the wind direction and speed, cleared for takeoff. And so you'd be so prepped, right? And then you'd get up, and I experienced it too, and I watched all my other fellow students do the same thing. You get ready to get up there and you click the mic to say that very simple sentence, and like nothing would come out. Or if it did, it would be all jumbled because you were so nervous. And it's like you couldn't get the words out. And it was really, really intimidating at first. But eventually, just over time, it became a little more natural. And then we were able to, the students were able to, add a little complexity to the instructions, and it wasn't as intimidating. It flowed. And, you may experience that with YouTube. I have started to record videos so many times and gotten in front of the camera and been like, or I start to say something and then I'm like, oh shoot, I shouldn't say that. Forget it. So that may be you, and you might experience that. I don't know. I'm sure that there's some people out there who are absolute naturals, and they can just get in front of a camera and it flows and it's so natural. That was absolutely not me. And I would even like practice in the mirror in my bathroom. Like, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Wait, do I want to say that? Or, hey guys, well, I don't know. Do I want to say that? And it's just like, it's so simple. Like even something as simple as the opening greeting to your YouTube channel. Like it seems like it should be so easy, but it's not. But just keep practicing. Set up a camera and talk to it all the time. Like, I would just be cleaning and, not really trying to necessarily like face the camera, just speaking. And it'll get better, because the idea is that we're supposed to relax enough to let our souls come forward, because that's what I think makes YouTube so wonderful, is we have the opportunity to share our souls with one another. And at first it's like those nerves and everything, they kind of block the soul a little bit because, we're so nervous and awkward. But just with time and practice, we'll get there. And, I hope to be doing YouTube for years and years to come. I am excited for it. And I am sure over time too, my personality will be able to emerge and I'll be able to connect soul to soul. But that's our goal, is to connect our soul. And so just keep practicing. And don't worry about the stage fright. If it does come for you, it'll get better. The awkwardness will go away. Just practice, and have faith that you can do it. And that I've heard somebody say that there's always somebody waiting on the other side of your obedience. So say if you have a call to start a YouTube channel, and, like I've mentioned before in my first video, I'm a person of faith, and I have to trust that there's somebody on the other side of this camera that I am meant to connect with. So I need to step into that role and embrace that role and trust in that calling, that I may not be this, that, and the other. And, I need to put all those thoughts aside and just step into that obedience and step into that flow and step into that trust that this is what I'm meant to be doing, and to embrace it. And I don't have to worry about perfection. I don't have to worry about, do I look a certain way? Do I sound a certain way? Am I acting a certain way? My goal is to let my soul free. So I hope that you find that encouraging for this part 2 video. And I, of course, will continue on with this journey as I get my feet wet with doing a YouTube channel and practicing it. Like, this is kind of a practice for me, and just practice uploading. And until the next video, and of course, if you have watched this to this point, I do want to say thank you, because being a YouTube consumer, there's a lot out there to watch. And if you have watched me ramble in my kitchen, unscripted and raw, and you've made it to this point, I just want to say thank you. And I hope that you are blessed and well. And I wish you success on your YouTube journey. And you start your channel while I'm starting my channel, and we can do it. And if you do start a channel, what is it? Put it down in the comments. I've always seen YouTubers do that, right? Put it down in the comments. And I'd love to come support your channel. So if you put up a video, let me know. And I hope you have a wonderful day or night. And thank you so much again for watching. And I'm going to turn this off. And like I said, I'm going to need, and eventually we'll work on editing, but we're just doing baby steps. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now and have a wonderful day or night. All right. Bye.